You're watching The Fight Guys, and this is Brian Mazik, and I'm here with Peter Kahn, and we got a chance to catch up with Manny Pacquiao at Wild Card Gym in Los Angeles ahead of his fight on July 20th with Keith Thurman. All right, how you doing today, man?
Good, good, good.
Yeah, it's an absolute pleasure to get an opportunity to talk to you. I said I wasn't gonna do this, but I got to do it. I got to show you.
That's great.
I got to show you. So, obviously, the fight is coming up July 20th against Keith Thurman. And so that's what everybody's talking about. I just put together a piece of, I felt it's the most important fight of the year and throughout boxing. Would you say you agree with that?
I think so. I believe so because at age of 40, I have to prove something. Something that to make the fans satisfied. At age of 40, I can still fight.
Absolutely. Yeah. Now, Peter, I know you had something that you wanted to ask Manny as well.
Manny, I just wrote a story in Forbes a couple of days ago that really talked about this being your 21st fight in Las Vegas, and that up until your 35th fight, you hadn't fought in the U.S., and then your first fight against Ledwaba was in Las Vegas, and you're now 16 wins and 4 losses in Las Vegas, and beating Keith Thurman could end up being the last fight you ever fight in Las Vegas, because an Errol Spence fight could end up in Texas. I just wonder how you feel about this fight week with that potential being the scenario, and if you feel that emotional connection to Las Vegas.
Well, I'm happy fighting in Las Vegas, and after this fight, I still want to fight back in Las Vegas, and Las Vegas is like my second home in boxing.
Yeah. Well, Manny, you look like you're in outstanding shape. You also look motivated. So I got to ask you, you're no stranger, of course, to people trash talking you leading up to fights. I mean, you've had so many fights against so many different types of personalities. Now, is there something specific about the way Thurman is trash talking you that has you a little bit more motivated, or is it all kind of just the same thing?
You know, um, I feel so motivated because of all those he's saying before the fight, and especially mentioning about God, and that's a low blow for us. And then I think I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm so motivated because of all those trash talk that he threw us. He threw to us.
Yeah, I can actually concur, Manny, as a fellow Christian. I am a type of person. I totally understand trash talk, but I think like family and faith is kind of something that should be kind of left out of the trash talk. Like, we could talk about I'm gonna knock you out in the 5th round, but some of the other stuff can kind of be left out. So I can understand that. So now, usually you don't go into a fight and say, hey, I'm gonna finish this guy in the 5th round or 6th round, or even necessarily going out saying I'm going to finish this guy. Is that something that is on your to-do list? Do you want to make a statement with a finish?
I will fight with the strength of God. I mean, I'm I'm courageous because of God's blessings, God's favor to me, and I'm fighting next week for in God's name. I mean, asking for help and protection uh, to do my job and to win the fight.
Absolutely.
So there
Go
we go.
ahead, Pete.
Lost you for a second. So Manny, a quick question. So did you, Freddie, Boo Boy, and Justin work on anything different? Obviously, I know you prepare for everybody specifically to the opponent. Anything, any special strategy for Keith or any weaknesses that you are going to take advantage of that you would share?
We focus on footwork, speed, like when we were young, early days, and they saw it to me. My speed, my head movement, footwork. So they're very happy of the result of our training. And I think we're very satisfied.
So as you're preparing for this fight, obviously you had so many fights that you've already had in your career. Does the preparation for this fight remind you of the preparation for any of the other fights you've had in the past?
I am reminded of previous fights, like other fighter. Hatton fight, and what is it? Vargas fight and Margarito fight.
I mean, I read somewhere that you're going to look to possibly take advantage the same way that when you fought Hatton, that finding those gaps in the counterpunching with Keith overcommitting or being a little bit slow. Is that basically the plan?
We have a strategy of counter punches. Counter punch, the way he threw punches, because he threw wide punches, so it's good for me to counter.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, Manny. Good luck on July 20th, and I'm hoping to see you come out healthy and able to continue fighting, moving on.
Thank you, brother.
Amen. Thank you.
All right.
Good luck, Manny. Thank you, guys.